we're going to report on it, and our videos is going to do better than their little fucking tweet. So to me, that is what like they're trying to basically run a monopoly on the news. But what the WNBA reporters don't understand is, I can't speak for every other content creator, but we have people that work for different teams that DM us. We have players' family that tell us stuff. So either way it go, y'all can think we don't have sources as content creators. We very much do. May not have all the, ins and inner workings like y'all, but we definitely could get information.
The Indiana Fever front office has wasted no time making roster decisions as free agency officially gets underway. The team has updated their official website to reflect the current confirmed players, with Kelsey Mitchell now locked in as part of the group moving forward into the 2026 season. The financial terms of Mitchell's deal have not been disclosed publicly, and similarly, the specifics around Lexi Hall's agreement remain under wraps for now. At this point, the Fever's confirmed roster sits at 5 names: Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and KK. It is worth noting that Lexi Hall technically holds restricted free agent status, though the team's updated roster post signals strongly that she is expected back.
Ins and inner workings like y'all, but we definitely could get information if we need be. Now, with that being said, that's my rant with the WNBA reporters. We got to talk about this big time move that has happened moments ago, and that is the Indiana Fever updating their roster. Now, this is on the Indiana Fever website. Shout out to the person on X. As of right now, they have Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and KK. 5 players. Now, this should not come as no surprise, because for the simple fact, a lot of us should.
This is not exactly a bombshell development, given that Mitchell's situation had already been circulating in basketball circles the day prior, but it does represent the first concrete movement of the free agency period for Indiana. The bigger questions surrounding the roster involve players who have yet to find new homes. Names like Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Howard, and Bree Turner, all part of the 2025 squad, have not had their futures addressed publicly. The opening day of free agency came and went without much clarity on those fronts. On the broader free agent market, a significant pool of talent remains available.
It should not come as no surprise, because for the simple fact, a lot of us should have seen this coming, man. A lot of us heard the news yesterday about Kelsey Mitchell and her getting court. Now, this is another thing that is on the site. So as of right now, the Indiana Fever definitely is reconstructing their roster for the 2025 season. And I just got to tell you, bro, I'm happy with this. I'm super happy with this. We got some movement. Now granted, it was the movement we kind of already knew what was going on with.
The unrestricted free agent list currently includes Dearica Hamby, Bree Hartley, Maisha Hines-Allen, Jonquil Jones, Arike Ogunbowale, Tierra Harris, Tiffany Hayes, Natasha Howard, Jewel Lloyd, Kayla McBride, Ryan Howard, Natasha Hedeman, Isabella Harrison, Emma Misaman, Kia Nurse, Haley Peterson, Satu Sabali, Nalissa Smith, Cheyenne Parker, Asia Durr, Ariel Powers, Tiffany Mitchell, Katie Lou Samuelson, Elena Dele Dunn, Brianna Stewart, Odyssey Sims, Azura Stevens, Courtney Vandersloot, Samantha Whitcomb, Elizabeth Williams, Jackie Young, Gabby Williams, Erica Wheeler, Courtney Williams, and Angel Robinson, among others. Of those names, Odyssey Sims is one who made a strong case for herself during the 2025 playoffs, particularly during the stretch when Mitchell was sidelined. Bringing her back would make sense given what she showed when called upon. Azura Stevens is drawing the most attention from the Fever fanbase right now. By all accounts, she is an elite-level player with a competitive edge that fits what Indiana would want to build around.
But just for us to have some type of movement on free agency day is a big update. I would like to see more of them trying to go after more players. I'm not talking about any players potentially coming, because we ultimately know what happened last year with Satu Sabali. I told y'all earlier, people and these players be trolling the fan base, trying to get their notoriety up. The Indiana Fever may not even be able to have the cap space to get a set player that.
Whether she actually ends up in a Fever uniform remains to be seen. One thing worth pointing out as free agency heats up is the pattern of players generating buzz without any actual commitment following. Social media activity following fan accounts, vague interactions, general engagement from free agents during this period does not necessarily reflect serious interest in joining a particular team. The Fever's massive content community and fan base make the franchise an attractive platform for visibility, and players are aware of that. Last offseason provided a clear example of how that dynamic plays out, with significant hype building around a player who ultimately went elsewhere.
Up, the Indiana Fever may not even be able to have the cap space to get a set player that people may want, but at the end of the day, I'm not entertaining none of that. Now, as of right now, we have WNBA free agencies and unrestricted free agents. These are the players that are available. We have Derica Hamby, Bree Hartley, Maisha Hines-Allen, Jonquel Jones is available. Ari McDonald is available. Taisha Harris, Tiffany Hayes, Natasha Howard, Joelle Lloyd is available. Kayla McBride.
Until there is concrete reporting from credible beat writers or confirmed sourcing, roster speculation around specific incoming players should be taken with caution. Cap space is another factor that will shape what Indiana can realistically pursue. Not every name being floated in connection with the Fever is a financially viable target, and the front office will be working within those constraints as they try to round out the roster around their core pieces. The roster rebuild is officially in motion.
All right, Brianna Jones, Natasha Heidelman. Now, Natasha Heidelman will be a nice, solid pickup if they can get her. Just because her social media presence, she's cool on a basketball court, not exceptional baller, but I just think just locker room, just entertainment purposes, content-wise, I think it'd just be dope to have her in a Fever uniform. But that's neither here or there. Isabella Harrison. And then we got Emma Messerman. Then we got Kia Nurse, Michelle.
What the final version of this team looks like will become clearer as the free agency window progresses. The WNBA free agency period is well underway, and the complete absence of coverage from established sports outlets is nothing short of puzzling. No deals are being reported. No sources are leaking anything.
Michelle Haley Peterson, Satu Sabali. Now, what's crazy now, like, what if Satu Sabali try to come on this go around? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, but she trolled us so bad last year. That's another reason why I'm not making these damn videos about these free agencies, because I don't want to clickbait y'all, man. And it's crazy because it's not an intentional clickbait. Like, people are just reacting to what the players are saying and doing online. Okay, that's cool and all, but if that set player don't come,
no names are being connected to any franchises. The silence is total. In the NBA, reporters like Shams Charania turn free agency into a constant stream of updates, rumors, and movement. That standard does not need to be matched exactly, but some version of it should exist in women's basketball.
That's cool and all, but if that set player don't come, people are going to say, John, you said they was coming, or so-and-so, you said they was coming, and then when they don't come, I'm just saying, it's just not a good look for a channel to be going through that, because that happened to me last year, and that could be one of the reasons why my channel put me in a sunken place. I don't know, but I'm not messing with it. So another free agent, Nika Agumike, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, Asia Petty, Ariel Power, Shea Petty, and Amy, I'm not even going to do it, Tiffany Mitchell.
Right now, almost nothing is being said by anyone with credentials or an audience. Alana Smith recently appeared on camera and strongly hinted that her situation in Minnesota may not continue, using the kind of language that would trigger wall-to-wall discussion if an NBA player said the same thing. The reaction in WNBA media circles, barely a whisper.
It is literally a couple of YouTube channels talking about Alana Smith. Right now, I think I might be the only person talking about the fact that Erica Wheeler's in Vegas. Do you want to know there is a perfect four to play beside Camila Cardoso, who will cost about $1 million, who is currently in Chicago. I'll make a video on that. Why is it that we're not hearing, and it doesn't have to be, by the way, obviously the media ecosystem is very different. Like,
a handful of YouTube channels picked it up. That is the full extent of the coverage. Erica Wheeler is reportedly in Las Vegas, which matters because there is an available forward in Chicago, someone who would be a strong fit beside Camila Cardoso and would cost around $1 million. No one is discussing this.
Obviously, the media ecosystem is very different. Like, for an Annie and Alexa, when they're talking about these things, but like, there is no there's genuinely no kind of, like, you know, in normal sports media where there's people talking about rumors and hyping up players to this, to that. That doesn't really exist in the traditional media in the WNBA. It's like that side of the media.
No one is connecting those dots publicly. Satu Sabali is not returning to Phoenix. That news broke roughly a day ago, and since then, not a single destination has been floated, not even speculation.
WNBA. It's like that side of the media, which very much exists in every other sport, by the way. Like if you're looking at, say, football, like, or soccer, as you call it in America, if you look, no matter what country you're in, there's a Sky Sports News where during transfer deadline day, or during, which is basically this period, everyone's talking about every rumor. You've got everyone has Fabrizio Romano. Like, whatever about Shams. Shams ain't no Fabrizio Romano. Like, Fabrizio Romano has every single, like, rumor, what could be.
No team has been mentioned as a possible landing spot, which is genuinely strange given how significant a player she is. The only signals fans have had to work with are balloons photographed near the Chicago Sky facility and a single inquiry reportedly linking the New York Liberty to Alana Smith. One beat writer in Seattle acknowledged the Storm will probably lose both Nneka Ogwumike and Skylar Diggins-Smith. Outside of Indiana Fever coverage and a brief mention from a Liberty reporter, that has been the total output.
Happening, everything. Whereas now, we found out a day ago that Satu Sabali is not staying with the Mercury. No one has any idea of any teams she might be going to. It's not that people don't know where she wants to go to. People don't have any idea of any possible teams that Satu Sabali might want to go to, which is mental.
Compare this to how other sports handle equivalent moments. During football transfer windows, outlets like Sky Sports run rolling coverage all day. Fabrizio Romano has built an entire career on rumor tracking, source development, and player movement speculation. Even when a deal is not confirmed, the conversation around possibilities keeps audiences engaged.
Which is mental. Which is actually kind of crazy. That nobody knows what teams Satu may or may not want to go to. And you've then got Alana Smith taking... The one thing is that we've heard Alana Smith has taken, or not even taken a meeting, that the Liberty are inquiring about Alana Smith. But also we saw the balloons with Nneka.
The Kawhi Leonard saga in the NBA, which lasted 4 full days without resolution, generated enormous discussion simply because people were willing to talk about the possibilities. The same happened with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving well before anything was
saw the balloons with Nneka. The only free agency news we've heard is balloons, and there's not even rumors. It's not even rumors. Like, why is nobody, it's at the stage where we just need to find anything. Heck, find anything. Jackie Young. Okay, Jackie Young posted a picture of shoes in mercury colored shoes. Somebody talking about Jackie Young, maybe saying she might be joining the Mercury. I don't care. If it's even, the players are giving us snippets.
A massive percentage of the roster across every team is available. Moves made in the next few days will reshape franchises entirely. None of the major ESPN analysts covering the WNBA were active on social media when free agency opened. One prominent voice noted she was stepping away from posting that day entirely.
Even the players are giving us snippets. We can at least talk about these topics. Because we have to. Why is there nobody in the even media section? I understand why Alexa and Annie Costable aren't doing it, because they are the Shams type players. They'll be breaking the actual news and they don't want to start speculating. There's a big difference between being a speculator, speculating on things, talking about rumors, talking about potential fit, but they're not doing that either.
That kind of withdrawal on the single most active news day of the offseason is hard to explain. Even fan-run accounts and independent creators do not need confirmed information to contribute something useful. Positional needs, salary constraints, stylistic fits, and player availability are all public knowledge. Any channel willing to put 2 and 2 together could at minimum give audiences something to think about.
Talking about potential fit, but they're not doing that either. Why, during WNBA free agency, is whatever about, like, if you're Chiney or if you're one of these people on ESPN, ESPN doesn't want to have Aiton on WNBA free agency. Why are there none of them talking on Twitter about potential rumors? Heck, fuck it, Chiney. It was Chiney's sister. You know, you don't want to speak about NECA. Like, at the end of the day, Chiney was like, oh, you know, I'm off Twitter for the day. Why should ESPN's main WNBA analyst be off Twitter the day?
That is not happening either. The result is a free agency period that, despite carrying enormous stakes, feels completely flat. Fans following the league closely have almost no new information to work with and no credible speculation to engage with. For a moment, that should feel electric. The silence is the dominant story.